Hello, Sweet Tooth here. I hope your day is going well. Hakuna Matata! Welcome back to Danganronpa. We're in the first class trial right now. I had to split that video because it was like an hour long just on that video. So, let's go right back into it. And we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right? That reminds me, there was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight? Let me just make sure of something. Okay. Make sure it's recording correctly. Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword? Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist. How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist? The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because of the gold dust. Boop, 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 boop. All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist and it should become clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there, see? Is that gold? It sure is, specifically the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff and it'll stick right to you. There's some on her wrist too, because... I got it, because she got hit with a sword right there on her wrist. I see. So the truth draws ever closer. Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery. What happened in my room? What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Really? More? Would you like to hear more? Sure. Are you getting used to non-stop debates? A little bit. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of them, those truth bullets, can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with a wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Why? Well then, good luck and have fun. Why would you do that to me, game? Never mind. Alright. Culprit grabbed the sword. Kitchen knife she had hidden away. Then the culprit took that from her, and they killed her with it. That's exactly what happened. If the person with the sword really did attack first, There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
あの部屋で争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出さ
Gotta be
れた
the
んだ。
sheath.
模擬刀の先制攻撃だぜ。それは違う。
Got it.
いや、最初に模擬刀の一撃があったとは考えられないんじゃないかな。
Actually, no, I don't think the fight started with the sword.
なんでだ？
Huh? Why not?
模擬刀の鞘にある傷だよ。
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
ほら、刃物で切りつけられたみたいな傷があるでしょ。
See, there's a gash in it, like someone cut into it with something sharp.
刃物って包丁だよね。
Something sharp.
刃物って包丁だけだし。
You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
幻想ゲームしてんじゃねえぞ。もっとわかりやすく説明しろや。
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
最初に模擬刀の攻撃があったとすると、鞘に包丁の傷があったことの説明がつかないんだよ。
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on its sheath.
だって模擬刀で襲いかかるなら刀を鞘から抜くはずだよね。
If you were going to attack with the sword, you take it out of the sheath first, right? First, right?
鞘をつけたままなんと重くて邪魔なだけだし、威力も半分だろうからな。
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
いや、どうして鞘に傷が？
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
例えばいきなり包丁で襲われ、とっさの防御として模擬刀で受けたとしたら、
If they got attacked with a kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
刀を鞘から抜く暇なんてないわね。
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheathe the sword.
つまり最初に模擬刀が使われたのは包
そういう
丁の攻撃に対する防御のためだ。
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife.
ということは、先に襲いかかったのは包丁を持った人物だったのですな。
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
分かったぞ。ではこういうことだな。
I think I get it, so here's how it all played
犯
out.
人はあの部屋を訪れた直後、そこに隠してあった包丁を見つけ、
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden somewhere.
包丁でいきなり舞園君に襲いかかったのだ。
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew it was happening.
そこで彼女はとっさに模擬刀で応戦したが、その模擬刀すらも奪い取られてしまい、
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
そして模擬刀の一撃で骨折させられた後、とどめに包丁で。
Then after that, they broke her wrist with a sword. They took the knife and finished it.
いいえ、模擬刀で応戦したのが舞園さんだとは考えられないの？
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
なんで考えられねえんだよ。
Well, how the hell can you not think that?
舞園さんは模擬刀を手にしていない。それは彼女の体のある部分を見ればわかるはずよ。
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes that clear. The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Her palms.
それって舞園さんの手のひらだよね。
You're talking about her palms, right?
彼女の手のひらって綺麗なままだったし、模擬刀を手にしたとは思えないよね。
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
どうして手のひらを見ただけでそんなことがわかるの？
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
さっきも言ったけど、あの模擬刀の金箔ってちょっと触っただけでもすぐ手についちゃうんだよ。
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
実際模擬刀の柄の部分は塗装がかなり剥がれていたでしょ。
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
きっとあの模擬刀を使った人の手に金箔がついちゃったせいだよ。
It's safe to assume that it's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
だからもし舞園さんが模擬刀を使ってたなら、彼女の手が綺麗なままなのはおかしいんだ。
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
シャワールームに逃げ込んだ時に洗い流したのかもしれないじゃない。
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
それは何？
Sorry, but I don't think so.
どうして言い切れるのよ。私がブスだから。
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly? What? No.
いや、そうじゃなくて。
No, that's not it at all. There's no way Sayaka can wash the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens at the bathrooms at nighttime. The water was off.
モノクマファイルによると
According to the
その
Mono-
死亡時刻は午前1時半頃だったはずだよ。
according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
つまり夜時間。シャワールームの水は出ないはずでしょ。
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathrooms shut off at nighttime, right?
知らなかったわ。シャワーなんて一度も浴びたことないし。
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet. Oh my.
あんただって似たようなもんじゃない。ジャンブタニシの匂いがしてるわよ。
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
褒められてるの？なされてるの？
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
けなされてんだろ。
An insult, obviously.
とにかく彼女が一度も模擬刀を手にしていないということは
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means
模擬刀を使ったのは犯人の方だったのだな。
the killer is the only one who used the sword.
だとするとその模擬刀の鞘に包丁で傷をつけたのって
But hold on, if that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was the killer. No, Sayaka.
これだ。磯野さん、彼女が包丁を。
Sayaka. She had the kitchen knife.
だけどさ、確か最初に襲いかかったのって。
But we already said that the attack started with
はじめに包丁を持った人物が襲いかかり、そのとっさの防御として模擬刀が使われたんだったな。
the person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
じゃあ最初に襲いかかったのも
Then the one who attacked first was
磯野さん、
Sayaka.
これで分かったでしょ。彼女は単なる被害者じゃなかったの。
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
被害者どころか、まるで自らが殺人を行おうとしていたようだな。
No, far from it. It's almost as if she had been planning to commit a murder of her own. What?
あいつは厨房から包丁を持ち出し、そして自分が泊まる部屋に犯人を招き入れている。
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
さらに、先に包丁で攻撃を仕掛けたのもあいつなのだとすると。
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
確かにむしろ加害者のような行動だ。
indeed, these are all the actions of an assailant.
そういえば、苗木君に部屋の交換を申し出たのは前園さんの方からでしたわね。
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
もしかすると彼女が苗木君に部屋の交換を申し出たのは
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
苗木君に自分の罪をなすりつけるため
was so that
か
she
もしれ
could
ませんわね。
pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
前園さんが僕に
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
ですがそう考えればネームプレートの件もしっくりきますわ。
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
彼女は標的にした人物を自分が泊まる苗木君の部屋に呼び寄せたかった。
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
その部屋で殺人を犯すことによって疑惑を苗木君に向けようとしたのです。
But by committing the murder there instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
ですがそのためには部屋の交換を伏せたまま 標的を呼び出さなければならなかった。
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
標的に部屋の交換がバレてしまえば間違いなく怪しまれてしまいますからね。
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
そのためにネームプレートを交換したってのは。
So all that's why she switched the names?
ですが、その計画は危険すぎやしませんかね。
Doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
たとえ標的を殺すことに成功しても、その後、苗木誠殿が部屋の交換をばらしてしまったら。
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
それはどうかな。お人よしの苗木に埋蔵を切り捨てるような真似ができたとは思えんが。
I don't know. I'm not sure how our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
埋蔵もそう思っていたからこそ、部屋の交換相手に苗木を選んだんじゃないのか。
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why, out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
それに彼女は超高校級のアイドルよ。
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
冴えない苗木と国民的アイドルの前園の主張。普通ならどちらの主張を信じるかしら。
A totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
では、彼女はそのことも計算に入れて。
Wait then, you're saying she had this all planned out?
マジかよ。
Holy shit.
ですが、そんな彼女の計画も失敗に終わった。
But in the end, her plan backfired.
包丁で襲いかかった際、彼女は模擬刀の反撃を受けてしまい、
She launched her attack with the knife and found herself under attack in turn.
そこで右手首を骨折し、包丁を落としてしまったのでしょう。
That must be when her wrist got broken and she was forced to drop the knife.
そして標的であったはずの人物によって役に殺されてしまった。
The tables were suddenly turned on her and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
ちょっと待ってよ。そんなはずないよ。
Just hold on, that can't be true.
だってさ。
Because...
ねえねえ、なんだか理論が脱線してない？
Hey, you guys have totally derailed the argument.
そんなセピア色のお話なんかよりもさ、ほら、早く黒を決めちゃわないと。
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
時間切れで全員お仕置きなんてことになったら大変でしょ。
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
そうだべ。まずは犯人を決めねえと。
Well, yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
苗木君、今は謎の解明に集中して。
Makoto, right now, you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
前園さんを殺した犯人を突き止めなければ、全てが終わってしまうのよ。
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. There just aren't any more clues.
手がかりならまだ残ってるかもしれない。
前園さんが残したダイイングメッセージだよ。
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
ダニー、なんつった？
Dying? Wait, what did you just say?
ダイイングメッセージ。前園さんの背中の壁にあったでしょ。
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
11037って書かれた字文字。あそこに犯人の手がかりがあるはずよ。
11037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
その前に聞いておきたいのですが、
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask.
そもそもその血文字は本当に前園さんが書いたものなのですか？
Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it? No question. With her left index finger.
これだ。
She wrote it with her left index finger.
左手の人差し指が血で汚れてた理由。
It had blood on it.
きっとその指で血文字を書いたからだよ。
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
彼女はその前の争いで右手を骨折していたはずだ。それで左手で書いたのかな。
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
前園ちゃんが書いたのはいいとしてもさ、
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it, but still.
その11037ってどんな意味なの？
What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037.
数字のことならその女が詳しいんじゃねえのか。プログラマーなんだろ。
Hey Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
それが全然なんだよね。どうやってもこの数字列に意味を見出せなくて。
No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
当たり前よ。だって数字じゃないもの。
Of course, because they're not numbers.
いやー、なんだか。
Oh yeah, it looks like.
どうした？
What?
数字じゃないと思って見てみますと。
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
この最初の文字って11ではなくてアルファベットに見えませんかね？
Don't these first two, 11, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
本当だ。中央の線がかすれてるせいで11だと思ってたけど。
Oh, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 11, but
これって N とも読めるね。
looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
おお、珍しくまともなこと言ったな。
Well, you might have finally just said something worth a shit. Damn.
灰色の脳細胞が冴えておりますぞ。
아,
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
だが最初の文字が N だとしても N037 ではまだ意味が通らんぞ。
But even if that really is an N, N037 doesn't make any more sense than before. Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
時計回りにひっくり返すのよ。
Rotate the image 180 degrees. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something. Oh my god.
書いてあるのは犯人の名前だったんだよ。
Now I see it. She wrote down the killer's name.
手がかりをすっ飛ばして犯人の名前？
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
誰よ？誰の名前が書いてあるの？
So whose name did she write? Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Leon.
これが僕の答えだ。謎を解く鍵は時計回りの回転にあったんだ。
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
このダイイングメッセージを時計回りに180度回転させてみると、
If you turn the message around,
アルファベットの LEON って文字が見えてくるんだよ。
it becomes the letters Leon.
桑田くんの名前だよね。
Leon, or more accurately, Leon. What?
何言ってんだよ。たまたまだって。
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
たまたまそう見えただけだって。
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
いいえ、偶然なんかじゃないわ。
No, it's not random at all.
彼女は壁にもたれかかった体勢で背後の壁にメッセージを書いた。
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
おそらく手だけを背中の後ろに回した後ろ手の状態でメッセージを書いたんでしょうね。
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally and had to write upside down, as it were.
そんな体勢で書いてしまったせいで
And as a result,
正面から見ると180度ひっくり返った形になってしまったのよ。
when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
実際に自分で試してみるといいわ。その状態で書くと字が反転してしまうはずだから。
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her and the letters will be inverted.
なのただのこじつけじゃねえか。
That sounds like one of a hell of a stretch to me.
俺が犯人だ。適当なこと言うんじゃねえって。
I'm the killer, you can't just go and say shit like that.
あなたが犯人じゃないならどうしてあなたが証拠を処分しようとしたの？
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence? Huh?
ナイギ君、あなただって知っているはずよ。桑田君が処分しようとした証拠のこと。
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of? The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator. Burnt shirt piece.
これだ。それって焼却炉の前に落ちてたワイシャツの燃えかすのことだよね。
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
おそらく犯人は舞園さんを刺し殺した際に返り血を浴びたんでしょうね。
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
その返り血を浴びたワイシャツを処分するためにそれを焼却炉に放り込んだのよ。
And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
その際に燃えかすを残してしまったのですね。
But one piece burnt off and got left behind.
きっと犯人も気づいていなかったはずよ。気づいていたらもっと慌てているはずだもの。
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
そうよね。桑田君。
Isn't that right, Leon? What?
そのワイシャツだけで桑田レオンを犯人だと断定できるのか。
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
袖口が白いワイシャツを着てる人は桑田君以外にもたくさんいるもんね。
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
そうだ。ワイシャツを着てるやつなんて俺以外にもいるんだ。
That's right, there are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
そんな燃えかすだけじゃ誰のもんかなんてわかるはずねえだろ。
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
証拠品自体から割り出せなくても他の点から割り出すことができるかもしれない。
You're right, that alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
どうやら見えてきたみたいね。すべての謎の答えが。
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
なんとなくだけど。
Yeah, I think so. The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed.
これだ。そのワイシャツを処分した方法。
If we look,
そこに注目すれば犯人を割り出せるはずだよ。
if we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
そうか。なるほど。俺には分かったぞ。
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
トラッシュルームの鉄格子を開けなきゃ焼却炉には近づけねえし。
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of their trash room, right?
あの焼却炉のスイッチも押せねえはずだよな。
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
そんで、そのトラッシュルームの鍵は掃除当番が持ってんだったよな。
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
つまり、犯人は掃除当番ってことになるよな。
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right? Interesting. What? No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Key to the trash room. Who was clean on duty? Must have had it, right? So the only one who could have get into the incinerator room was the person in charge of the trash. I think you have to get close. Not close. You don't have to get close to the incinerator when you have a crystal ball to throw. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key. But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you? Yes, you could. If you used this. What is it? Some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell. Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but but how would you use it? Killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was to throw it. The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch and the incinerator would come to life. Someone threw that through a gap in the gate? Remember what you said, Hifumi? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they had gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was fall up the shirt and toss it in. Hey, come on. What the hell is this? All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly. Wait, no, just hold on. But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy, you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that? That's right, there's no way, it'd be impossible. Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all, the killer, because he was the ultimate baseball star. Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon? Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
確かに超高校級の野球選手と称される彼なら10メートル先の的など大したことないでしょうね。
A target 30 feet away would surely be a little challenge for the ultimate baseball star. You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper braids haven't got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
まだ認めないの。
You still won't admit it. Okay then.
苗木君、もう一度事件を振り返って彼の犯行のすべてを明らかにするのよ。
Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make this crime perfectly clear.
それで終わりにさせましょう。
With that, we can end this. Listen to me, what the hell do you mean, end this?
桑田君、君が何て言おうと全ての謎はもう解けてるんだ。
Say what you want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered and the truth has been revealed.
今回の事件の答えはこれだ。
Now here's what happened. Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is a closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough! Woo! Yay! I don't know. Well then, good luck and have fun! Kind of funny how they keep saying that. Wow, what the? Oh, it's like manga where everything reads from right to left. So, okay. Does this seem right? Well, Okay. Well, Oh yeah, she'd already written it. So I put that one right there, right? Okay, I think I got it. I think I better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. I didn't like my reason. I didn't rearrange the. Shit, that wasn't it. Damn, Seko attacked the killer and the knife. They noticed something in my room. My room was the scene. The incident began when the killer entered. Oh, I got it. So they entered, saw the sword, defended with the sword. After the killer countered Sayaka's attack with the attack of a known, what did they do next? Did I get it? Last night the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with a knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
その人物が僕の部屋に置いてあった模擬刀で反撃してきたんだ。
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
その攻防の末、模擬刀の攻撃によって前園さんは右手首を骨折してしまって。
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
そこで包丁を奪われてしまったんだ。
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
追い詰められた前園さんは慌ててシャワールームに逃げ込んだ。
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
犯人はすぐに後を追ったけど、なぜかシャワールームのドアは開かなかった。
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
僕の部屋のシャワールームはドアの立て付けが悪くて、コツを知らないと開けることができなかったんだ。
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily and there was a trick to opening it.
前園さんは僕が教えたから知ってたけど、もちろん犯人はそれを知らなかった。
Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. Okay, so I messed up on this one. That needs to go over there then.
Honey, 君なんだ。追い詰められた前園さんは犯人はすぐに僕の部屋のシャワールームはドアの立て付け。前園さんは僕が教えたから知ってたけど、それでも犯人をなんとかドアをこじ開け、そして奪った包丁で。
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife.
前園さんを刺したんだ。
And stabbed Sayaka.
だけど前園さんは残った力でその場にダイイングメッセージを残した。
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
犯人に気づかれないように自分の背中側の壁にね。
To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
だけどそこで彼女は力尽きてしまったんだ。
With that, all her strength was gone.
前園さんを殺した後、犯人は慌てて証拠隠滅に取り掛かった。
With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
まず返り血のついたシャツを脱ぎ、
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
そして僕の部屋にあったクリーナーで部屋中を徹底的に掃除した。
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
自分が部屋を訪れたという痕跡を消すためにね。
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
その後、犯人は脱いだワイシャツを処分するためにトラッシュルームへと向かった。
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
そこにある焼却炉で返り血のついたワイシャツを燃やそうとしたんだよ。
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there.
トラッシュルームは鉄格子で封鎖されてて、焼却炉に近づくことができなかった。
But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
そこで犯人が使ったのは、葉隠君がランドリーに置き忘れていたガラス玉だったんだ。
So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room.
犯人は鉄格子の隙間からガラス玉を投げることで焼却炉のスイッチを入れたんだ。
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
普通の人なら不可能に近い発想だけど、でも犯人にはそれを可能にする自信があった。
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot.
犯人は超 高校級の野球選手だったからなんだ。
And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
正確なコントロールで投げられたガラス玉は焼却炉のスイッチに当たり、
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator,
そして焼却炉が稼働を始めた。
which then quickly roared to life.
こうして証拠を隠滅した犯人も安心し、すぐにトラッシュルームを後にした。
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief.
だけどそこには誤算があったんだ。
There was one thing they missed.
投げ込んだワイシャツの一部が焼却炉から焼け落ちてしまったんだよ。
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
それが決定的な証拠となってしまうことに犯人は気づくことができなかった。
The killer didn't notice this until left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
そうだよね、桑田レオン君。
Isn't that right, Leon?
あのガラス玉は葉隠君がランドリーに忘れたものらしいけど、
It would appear the hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room.
シャツの血を洗い流そうと向かったランドリーでそれを見つけたんじゃないの。
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right?
そしてその時、今の方法を思いついた。
Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
どうなの桑田君、何か反論はある？
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said? Do I object? Oh yes, I object. Of course I do. I object, I object, I object! I mean, all of this is just a stupid bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? That evidence is all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
苗木君、だったら教えてあげるといいわ。彼が犯人だという証拠をね。
Well then I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
あなたはその証拠を持っているはずよ。
Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence. I have the evidence. Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Wow, these class trials are crazy. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as bullet time battle, aka the BTB or BTW. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked on to with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Oh, this is weird. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statements will appear. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet like any other statement. Repeat their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun!
犯人がシャワールームのドアノブからネジを外す際、その部屋にあったものを使わなかった。
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
その代わりに彼が使ったのは、おそらく彼自身のものだったはずよ。
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them. They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been... I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid, 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 stupid. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is a killer. I need to figure it out. Failed. Oh, that's weird. What do I do?
犯人はその
Let's just go right into it. Alright, what do I do? Wow, this is fucking weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's really weird. That's a really weird rhythm game thing. Whatever you call it. Man, that bullet time thing is really weird. I have to, man. I have to figure it out. Wow, it's a really, really weird game. No, I'll figure it out, I guess. Alright, so I gotta lock on to statements and then say something bad against it? Oh, this is really fucking weird. Oh, damn. Oh, I got it.
現場のシャワールームのドアノブはネジが外されてたけどさ。
Okay, before I continue, the bullet time action sequence thing, that's actually really fun. It's kind of hard to understand. What the tutorial meant was that each time one of the tempo spots like line up, you press the right button in order to lock onto a statement. Wait until the next white part comes back, and then you press the left mouse button. So it's kind of like you keep up with the tempo, and you right click, left click, and you just got to keep it in tempo. Like, don't go too fast, don't go too slow, kind of thing. But you have to go right click and then left click, or right click and then left click. Oh, well, I think you could do right click, left click, but I think it's just right click and then left click. Anyways, that's really strange. I've never done anything like that before. That was really strange. Kind of fun though, but I can see how that's going to get really, really hard. Because you got to keep up the tempo. Man. And I was never good at Dance Dance Revolution. I really sucked at it too. So that rhythm thing's going to be kind of really hard for me. But anyways, it's kind of like you right click and then you target, and then you left click within tempo. Okay, well anyways, we're going to continue on. We'll see how I do on the next one. The screws in the bathroom doorknob were removed. But I think I get the overall idea of bullet time. I'll just have to be careful about that one. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them. I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside. Then that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere. But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used. That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room. Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there. Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use? Leon, calm down. It had to be their very own toolkit. Leon, calm down. Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then... The screwdriver will show some evidence of being used. Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why. And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point. So you have no rebuttal? Then it would seem we are finished here. I get scored on this? Got a rank A. Looks like you reached our verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
お前らお手元のスイッチで投票してください。
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection.
念のために言っとくけど、
Oh, just to remind you all,
必ず誰かに投票するようにしてくださいね。こんなつまらないことで罰を受けたくないでしょ。
make triple sure that you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
はい。では張り切ってまいりますよ。
Okay, then let's get excited!
投票の結果、プロとなるのは誰か。
Who will be
答えは正解なのか不正解なのか。
who will be chosen as a blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
さあ、どうなんでしょう。
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Huh? Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it. Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you? I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed. So that's why I killed her first. None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. There's a complete chance that I wound up like this. I was just unlucky, that's all. Hey, come on, you expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now that we're trapped here with no way out, they're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka.
私
I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
大義君だけは何があってもずっと私の味方でいて
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but that's enough. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise. If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! Oh, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Now then, since you're so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment. Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second. I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong? You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him! What? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka. Or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind! Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to whatever Gwen's been waiting for, the punishment! I'm begging you, please don't do this. No more begging, no more excuses, you must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it. So stop, please! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it? Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But it's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are we doing all this evil shit to us? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, aren't you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't this so wonderful, how we all get to live here forever? What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before. Anyway, let's get to the blackened punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all. When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I've said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to... Darn it. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were torn. Did I just say storn? Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
ちょっと
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
苗木くん
Before we head back, here's our kiss. No, I'm joking. Before there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
ね
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
そうね
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
だけど
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
それは
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
確かに
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
とにかく
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
そう
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
そう
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like this? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
ね
By the way, I have to admit it, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
Eh?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Alright, that's the end of chapter 1. Damn, it's like an hour and 30 minutes. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I hope you have yourself a good day. And this is... Actually, you know, before I do that, I want to say something. When you get into the class trial, you feel kind of stressed. I felt a little bit stressed, even though I knew, like, 2/3 or 3/4 of the answers, like, right away. I still felt a little bit stressed during the class trial. Also, the music is really damn awesome. And those minigames, even though the bullet time is a little bit confusing, it's actually really awesome to actually play it. So if you get the chance, you really should play that. I mean, that's actually pretty fun. Like, it's really frustrating at first because you don't know what's going on, but as soon as you kind of get it, it's like it's kind of fun. And the music during the class trial is pretty damn awesome. The music overall is pretty damn awesome. Anyways, that's what I wanted to say. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you have yourself a good day. And this is Sweet Tooth signing off. Love you.